IGN E3 2016 bingo. Free space as Half-Life 3 is not announced.
Done.
A new HD remastered is revealed.
Yeah, that was done.
A game is described as revolutionary.
That was done as well.
Bethesda reveals Prey 2.
Yeah, they did that. Although it technically wasn't Prey 2, it was just Prey.
The
So,
words actual gameplay footage appear on a trailer.
uh-huh.
Game from the 90s gets a gritty reboot. I don't remember seeing that. I don't think that happened.
Would Crash Bandicoot going to Skylanders be considered a gritty reboot?
No, I don't think so.
That's about as close as you can get.
Musical performance that has nothing to do with the video games. That normally happens. I don't think that
See,
happened this year.
oh, there was Blink 182.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And technically, you could call the orchestra that was at Sony.
That had something to do with the game, though.
They weren't always playing video game music, though.
Pause for applause, followed by silence. Someone wears jeans, t-shirt, and blazer on stage. That happened a
That
lot.
happened a lot.
That happened a lot. Cult favorite game gets an open world sequel.
No, because unfortunately, God of War was not open world.
Battlefield wasn't that? No, not Battlefield. I'm thinking of I don't know why I said Battlefield. The Ghost Recon. That's open world.
Yeah, but that's been open world before. No, it hasn't been. Was that open
Yeah.
world? It was open
I
world.
don't. Was it?
It was open world, yes.
I mean, was it open world before?
No.
Yeah. Console upgrade has a confusing name. Yep.
Yes. The Xbox S is not Project Scorpio.
Game hailed as exclusive is really only a timed exclusive.
Mm, I don't know.
Host tries to incorporate memes into press conference.
That didn't happen this year. I don't think. At least I didn't catch it.
God, you think Aisha Tyler had to have mentioned some kind of meme throughout that thing.
I don't think she did, and counting her own doesn't count.
Twitter.
Oh yeah, I didn't untweet this out. I really forgot. Did not know that.
Huh.
And Xbox One.
That's cool. Did I put that on the list? Yeah. Skylanders is heading to Netflix as a TV show.
Took them all long enough.
Watch the stampede to play Zelda on the last day of E3. I imagine that was crazy line.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
I'm good to go.
Welcome to episode 261 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from thegeeksforthewin.com, where we cover all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
And it's the week of E3.
Right.
Well, E3 is like
and just
over?
for this E3, we have a live studio audience. So let's hear it. Let's hear that studio audience.
Okay, then. That was a bit frightening.
I had to do it. I had to call out the Screaming Girl from Bethesda.
Yeah. If you watch the Bethesda press conference, which we've got a link in the show notes to where you can watch all the press conferences, there was a very enthusiastic female in the audience.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah, and everybody was commenting on her.
Yeah, everyone in our chat, yeah, and
Yeah.
even like some of the other chats out there, like for GameSpot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because Scarfinger was looking at the GameSpot chat a lot and just like, why are you watching their chat? It's just he kept making comments about how horrible it was and how horrible the people in the chat were, and it's like, why are you still watching that?
It's Scarfinger. If you want to watch our takes on the press conferences as they happened, you can head over to Larry's channel, Larry Asbury Jr. on YouTube, and he has all of the press conferences with kind of our live commentary over them.
Yeah, so that's it. That's another good way to watch the press conferences, but a lot happened.
Yeah.
As we thought it would.
Yeah, it did.
Have you been playing anything worth talking about?
Well, since I saw the Warcraft movie, I've been playing World of Warcraft. That's about it. That's it. No, I take that back. I did start playing Sunset Overdrive. That's a kind of a fun game. It's going to take me a while to get used to kind of the movement of it, because I feel like I'm not doing it right. Because I feel like I should be moving faster, doing more fantastical things than what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's about it. What about you?
I've just been playing Overwatch mainly. I'm still hooked on Overwatch. It's such a good game.
I need to pick that back up. I really do. There's a lot of games I need to pick back up.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff. I got more stuff in the queue ready to play. But with watching all the E3 stuff and the Overwatch announcement, or playing Overwatch, and all the trying to keep up with the news that wasn't announced at press conferences.
Right, which I completely failed to do.
All the stuff that's sprinkled in that's not quite as important enough to put on their, on the actual stage. I did play a little Tekken Tag tournament too, though, because that's free and it's backwards compatible.
Every time I looked it up, it said, yeah, it's $20.
It should be free now.
I looked it up right when they said it would, oh, it's free, and then I looked it up 2 days ago.
I was having issues as well. I had to actually go on the actual Xbox store and download it on the Xbox, on the actual Xbox itself.
That's on the Xbox itself. Okay, because I've been looking on the website.
Oh, Stuart, Tour de France 2016 is out
I saw
for
that.
$50.
$50.
Yeah.
Guessing that won't sell well.
Something called Monkey King Saga is on for $10. Looks interesting. But I don't know why I'm on the store, but also been playing around with the new update too.
Yeah, I have as well. Yeah, 20 bucks. No, it does not say it's free.
Uh, okay. Because when I searched for it, there
Again,
was like,
I'm on Xbox.com.
okay, yeah, when I searched for it on the Xbox, you know, store on the actual Xbox, there was like two different versions it showed.
Okay.
No, they're shown. I think what is it? What's this? Yeah, there's like Tekken Tag 2 nationwide pre-order, whatever. I don't know. There's a couple different choices, but that was free or maybe free. Nah, still, I don't know. But played a little of that. I have fond memories of the first Tekken Tag on PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Tekken Tag 2 from what I've played of it so far.
Well, you know
It
what?
seems really clunky.
See that big old box right there that my finger's kind of over? That's Tekken. And the only reason I bought it is because it came with a fight stick.
Yeah. It's
And
tech good.
it was the cheapest fight stick out there. You had to buy Tekken to get it.
Yeah, it's clunky. I'm not a big fan of it. I was kind of excited about the new Tekken because it looked amazing, like the announcement,
With
and
Akuma.
the apparently Akuma is supposed to be like a big part of the story in the this upcoming one. But besides that, what is there anything else?
I will say, you mentioned the Xbox update. I've messed with it too. Cortana sucks. Cortana really sucks.
Yeah, it's very.
Because I was like, hey Cortana, let's play Halo 5. Available Halo 5. That's not what I said at all.
It took me a while to figure out how to wake my or turn my Xbox on. Well, I mean, from voice commands, anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Because
I know what you meant.
when you go when you turn it off, it says go to sleep, or when you try to turn it off, it says go to sleep, and I guess that's the new way to turn it off is you can say, you know, go to sleep after you say Cortana. And so I was like, okay, so does that mean I have to say Cortana wake up, or I kept trying, and then it's no, you have to say Cortana Xbox on.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cortana's not great on the Xbox at all.
It'll get better. I mean, the idea behind the headset is to get more people using it so that it can they can collect more data so it can get more intelligent and
Right. Well, what they really need to do, and I think what they are doing, is putting a mic on the console.
are
On the,
they?
I believe they are. If not on the S, then I'm pretty sure it's going to go on the Scorpio. They're going to put a mic on the
I haven't seen
console
anything about
in
that on
lieu
the S.
of the Connect, which they've dropped.
Yeah, I know on the S there's a IR blaster,
Right.
but I haven't seen anything about a mic on it.
Okay, then it's probably going to come on the Scorpio.
We don't know too
That's
much
the
about the
rumor.
Scorpio, though.
That's the rumor. The rumor is it has a mic.
That that would make that I don't know. Because most people put their Xboxes like on a shelf or whatever, and the whole thing about the Connect is it's supposed to be like
Right, but they're not selling the Kinect with it with any consoles anymore.
That's true. We'll talk about this with news, but um, what else? What else about the update?
I do
Trying.
like the new layout of my games and apps. I I
Oh,
really like
it's
it.
on the yeah.
Yeah, where it's on the left instead of having to scroll all the way down. And
I don't like the ready to install because they mix the apps and the games together.
you can show just games or just apps.
Can you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There you go. Still, that's a I don't know. That's nitpicking, but still, it's a nit. You know, that's our job is to nitpick stuff and
Yeah.
give our opinions. But it's nice. Being able, especially being able to change the size of the tiles.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I have mine on medium just so I have more on the screen.
I think I do as well.
Because with large, you can only have four, four in a row. What else? And yeah, I'm trying to think of what all they added to the update. I don't know. There's not too much new stuff. I mean, ha- getting this update, the only difference is I gotta say Cortana this, Cortana that,
Yeah.
and I'm saying Cortana and it's not even doing anything.
Let's see. My
So,
Connect only works about 0.1% of the time. So
I mean, every time I said Xbox, it would always do something. I've turned my Xbox on accidentally a few times on this podcast before, and you've heard the little doo doo.
Boop.
Yeah. So, I guess, what is it? Today is the new day for games with gold stuff, right?
Yes.
It's the
So the
crew
crew.
and XCOM.
Right.
XCOM for 360. That's backwards compatible though. So, I guess we can get on the news though.
Okay. Well, speaking of backwards compatible, before we really go into E3 stuff, some new games were announced for backwards compatible. Left 4 Dead, the first one. Portal 2. And there were a couple others.
Left 4 Dead 2 was already, so that's good
Okay.
that Left 4 Dead 1 was.
Right, it was like one of the first ones, wasn't it?
It's not one of the first ones, but one of the. It was a few months ago, I think. Um,
Flashback, Babel Rising, and Brain Challenge.
which Babel Rising is no longer on the 360 store, so according to your article, I have no idea what that is, anyways. But
I
already
have.
downloaded Portal 2 though. When I saw you put this up, I was like, I think I own that because I think we did co-op.
On the PC.
Did we do it on the PC?
I thought so.
I don't know how I got it on 360 then, because I don't know, but I got it on 360.
Because Portal 2 is free on PC, or at least it was at one point, and everybody got it then.
No, we had to have done it on the Xbox because the only achievements I have for Portal 2 are the co-op ones, and I don't remember playing co-op with anyone but you.
Maybe I do
Besides,
have it on. I thought we played that on PC.
well, I did play it with with someone like when it first came out
Uh huh.
on PC. I remember playing on PC. Um, but yeah, you're the only one in the last few years that I remember playing it with. So
Same.
Portal 2, yeah, maybe we'll have to look into that and play some more.
It was a.
'Cause
We need a Portal 3. Portal 3. Portal 3.
we need all the threes,
We do.
all
Valve
the Valve
needs
threes.
to make it to a 3.
Yeah, Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, Team Fortress 3. Well, we're never going to see a Dota 3 because Dota 2 is going to keep going till
Right.
end of time. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Left 4 Dead, which I I prefer Left 4 Dead over Left 4 Dead 2.
I prefer Left 4 Dead 2 over Left 4 Dead on the PC because of all the modding and all the maps.
I understand that. I can get behind that. Yeah, as far as PC version for the mods and stuff. But as far as like 360 goes, or playing it on the console, I like the first one better. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of some of the new infected and some of the I don't know the melee weapons. I don't know, but that's all you got, right, Stuart?
Yeah, that's all I have was the backwards compatible stuff.
Okay. I guess we can. I got where's the? There we go. In the show notes, people, if you go to thegeeksftw.com slash or and then click on episode 261, in the show notes will be the E3 2016. It'll be the IGN link for to watch all the press conferences plus a list of like the big stuff they announced. That's what we're using for a reference. So I guess let's just go through it in order. EA. What we're not going to talk about everything because we don't really care about some of the stuff,
Right.
everything.
Yeah, there's some stuff we just did not care about at all.
What stood out for us,
Right.
I should say. So
Uh,
what from EA stood out for you?
Titanfall 2.
I've got to
Titanfall 2
say, I
was
agree.
looked great.
It looked impressive, and it's kind of cool that they got Peter Cullen, the voice of Optimus Prime,
Right.
because Titans kind of like Transformers, big giant robots.
It fits. It
It does.
fits.
There's going to be a campaign, right?
There's actually going to be a campaign with a story, and it's like a Titan, like a pilot died, but his Titan is like kind of off on his own, and he kind of lashed himself onto another pilot. At least that's kind of how I took it.
Yeah, I'm excited about Titanfall 2. I definitely need to play more. Definitely need to play more Titanfall. I heard y'all playing it last week. It was
Yes.
last week, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And
You guys were playing the Division.
and it sounded really fun, and I so looking forward to Titanfall 2. When's that coming out? Next year? Or this
Next
year? No, this year.
October. Yeah.
October 28th. So yeah, then it's gonna be for everything.
Yes.
PS4, Xbox One, PC. So we knew that wasn't gonna be exclusive. We knew the second one wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
So they talked they talked about what Mass Effect stuff too. Are you excited about that?
I am excited about Mass Effect, but like a lot of other people, I was disappointed what they showed. Because it wasn't really a here's a trailer or here's gameplay. It's here's behind the scenes.
The making of. Yeah,
Yeah.
I everyone was really disappointed in that. I tried playing the first Mass Effect, could never get into it.
I I've enjoyed BioWare games for a good long time.
Anything else from EA? Because
Uh,
nothing really got my attention
at
from EA.
first I was interested in Battlefield 1, but now not so much. Because I realized like I'm not going to really devote much time to it because I've not really devoted much time to the last two Battlefield games I have. So I don't know. Um, I I'm curious to see what what new Star Wars games are coming out because we saw some stuff that looked kind of cool of games we don't know what they are yet. Just Star Wars.
Yeah, the what was it? I'm trying to look. They talked about Visceral is making something, right?
Yeah, and I believe that's the one that kind of caught my interest.
And they're the Dead Space guys.
Yeah. So the Death Star is gonna end up eating a planet or something like that.
And it's like original. They were then they talked about like original characters, like
Yeah, like brand new characters. Yeah, which I'm all for. I'm all for.
I'm all for as well. They need to wait, what is this? Yeah, they they need to make some good Star Wars games because you know since the whole license transfer stuff,
Mm-hmm.
all that, and we we've only had Battlefront really besides Old Republic, which has been going on for
Yeah.
a bit, but. And with the movies coming back, you would expect there to be a lot more games out.
Well, Lego.
Yeah, I can never get into the Lego games. Um, I did forget. What is it? This Fe or Fee game.
I think I passed out because this I don't remember this at all.
They introduced. They were talking about how Unravel. Like this was Unravel. Their their indie thing. They wanted to show off like they did last year.
I remember them mentioning Unravel, but I this trailer. No, I
Really,
don't remember that at all.
it looks good. I really like the art style. It's kind of dark, but the bat like they showed certain, I guess, levels or parts of the game where the background changes colors, like there'll be purplish and then there'll be orange
It's
background.
it's very purple, blue, and shades of in between.
There was a section in the trailer, um trying to find it, but
Where
IGN
everything
has
turns orange
ads.
and red.
Yeah, that looked. I mean,
Yeah, I just hit that part of the trailer.
looks pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of these type of games, but I really like the art style, so it has me intrigued. But yeah, they talked about what they talked too much about FIFA and stuff like that. like they
I,
always do. Which
right,
they
which you know,
it's their one of their big things.
FIFA has a story mode this time around.
Yep,
That's weird to me.
and it's like a set story mode. You can't
Right,
put
where
your
like
own.
it's a character that's already been, I guess not like
Yeah,
your created character, which
everyone in our chat thought it was our create. It was that, but I was like, I don't think so, because these cutscenes they look too good to be. You know,
yeah, and
you
plus
put yourself in them.
they mentioned the character's name,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
in character creation that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So, well, sometimes it happens. Like 2K17, you can if you when you create your name, uh, it can there's a
If it's a
huge list
common
of
name,
yeah,
yes.
like my last name McDonald. They can say that.
Yeah, I remember a couple years back in hockey, uh, you could set your nickname from a set list.
Yeah, you can do the nicknames from a set list on these sports games, but regular names there at least the 2K series. There's a good amount that they recognize. But anything else from EA?
Not from EA.
Alrighty, Bethesda.
The only thing that really stuck out to me was, or that I really thought I might play, is Dishonored 2. I thought that looked pretty awesome.
It looked really good. It really did.
And
I never played the first one.
neither did I, and actually made me buy it. It's $20 on Xbox One and on Steam, so it's not expensive. So
Yeah, I gotta, maybe I'll pick it up. Oh, real quick, going back to last week when we talked about the Fallout 4 stuff,
mm-hmm.
and how it was free and the
Yeah,
season pass and stuff. Turns
um,
out they did go back on it,
took it from us and gave us money for
which
it.
they gave it. Well, they're gonna give us $10 credit
Right.
by the end of the month, but I, I'm surprised they did because that well because it wasn't just like a few people, it was a lot of people.
And I think
Because
if it was a few, they would have just ate it. But because it was a lot of people that downloaded it, they
yeah,
said no.
because you had IGN tweeting about it and other major press sites tweeting about it.
Yeah, us. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're IGN heard it from us first on our live show. That's how they heard about it. So
Yeah, of course. They didn't announce some Fallout 4 stuff though. What is it? Was the VR stuff at the Bethesda? Ye-
no, no. The only time it was ever mentioned was during Xbox, during when they were talking about Scorpio.
Okay. They did announce what was it? The new Fallout 4 DLC, the Nuka Cola
Yeah, which is
theme
odd
park, Nuka
because
World.
Nuka World, because that name was in an EA, uh, uh, like not EA,
Bethesda.
a Bethesda, E3 things do not talk about at E3 from 2014. Nuka World was on that list.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, just the concept of it sounds like it'd be really fun to, you know, uh I'm excited. I need to get into Fallout 4 again because I need to finish it.
They
What
added like
else?
new like contraptions and
all new world building stuff
balls
like
and
the
trolleys or balls and troughs and
the
stuff I'm going to enjoy watching on YouTube.
yeah the what is it the home base building stuff
Which
the
is
crafting
basically,
stuff.
Fallout Shelter and Fallout 4.
Yeah. Um. Well, no, they're adding Fallout Shelter in Fallout 4.
That's what the building the base thing is. Building the vault. You build your own vault.
Well, yeah, no, I'm talking about like your home base, the stuff they have now, the mousetrap contraption, all that stuff that's added to the, building, your home base, like the one I have is the castle.
I'm lost. We're talking about Fallout 4, right? Did you say
Yes, in the
castle?
core game,
What?
you have you can you have you build your own little home bases.
Right, yes. But I'm talking about straight up Fallout Shelter, like
Yeah,
as
but
a vault.
I'm saying they showed off new stuff for the original home base building stuff, and then
Yes,
they showed off the Fallout Shelter thing.
yes.
I'm saying those are two separate
I was
things.
moving on. I was
Yes.
moving on to the next thing.
Okay.
We're confusing each other.
But yeah, so those are I'm just letting our audience know those are two separate things
Yes.
because you went straight into it, so it sounded like.
No.
Anyways, I'm really excited about the Nuka World. Um, they showed off the Fallout Shelter stuff and Fallout 4, and then more Fallout Shelter stuff and the mobile thing. I don't really care about that stuff.
They're bringing Fallout Shelter to PC.
That too, they're bringing Fallout Shelter to PC. I could
Which
care less about that.
do we know if that's free? I mean, because it's free on the phones.
I'd imagine it is free, and then you'd have to buy the lunch boxes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would think. Um, are you done with Fallout 4?
Yeah,
Prey looked really cool.
yeah, not Prey 2, just Prey.
Prey. It has nothing to do with the previous Prey. It's a whole new Prey. It looked pretty awesome. I don't think I'll ever play it because it looked like a horror game, and I don't play horror games. So
I might play it. It looked really interesting. Never played played Prey, so.
like I said,
But the trailer looked interesting. It was
did.
kind of dark and creepy, but
it,
by far
it
not
had
the
kind
not
of
the
a
darkest or creepiest thing we've seen from E3.
it had kind of a total recall feel to it.
I could see that, yeah. What is it? It says first-person game set in an immersive universe that seemingly takes place in 2033.
Monday, September 23rd.
So, yeah, it looks cool. A lot of people are excited about that. What is it? Doom. They announced DLC, but there's like a demo now.
I did play the demo. I forgot about that. Which is the first level of Doom. It's all right. You don't move quite as fast as you did in the original Doom, but you still move a lot faster than you do in modern FPSs.
Yeah, I'm thinking Doom's gonna be a Black Friday deal. I pick up, or Cyber Monday, or whatever you want to call it.
That whole weekend is sale.
Yeah. Because I'm sure it'll be like $20 during that time period.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
$20 is I'll be fine. paying to play through the campaign and maybe some of the multiplayer stuff. Because the campaign's the thing that interests me the most.
Right, yeah.
Or I may just redbox it. I don't know.
Yeah, from what I've heard, the Doom multiplayer is not really anything special.
Quake looked interesting.
Did yes and no, because we didn't really see a lot of it. It was just character from Quake jumping in the air, firing a rocket. It was just lots of that stuff in silhouetted,
That's pretty much what
spotlight.
Quake is, though. Jumping in the air and firing rockets down at people.
Right, but there was it was a black background, kind of a spotlight over him, kind of a thing.
Yeah, it wasn't real gameplay footage. It was an announcement trailer.
I'll wait for the gameplay.
Is that it for you?
That's it for me.
That's it for me. I could care less about Skyrim.
I like Skyrim, but I'm not going to buy the remaster.
Now, on to Microsoft. They got a lot of stuff coming out this year.
Yeah, all in the same month. September, October is going to suck.
Yeah. Gears 4. I really like Gears. I really have enjoyed Gears in the past, but I'm not so sure about Gears 4. I don't know, really and truly. It's just going to depend on, when it comes out October 11th, but it's just going to depend on what all is going on then, whether or not I pick it up or not.
Yeah.
We saw, what was it, a old Marcus,
right?
Phoenix,
because one of the characters on the squad is his son.
So a really old Marcus Phoenix. That was the big reveal at the end.
Yeah, I don't care about Gears of War.
Yeah, like I said, I never played Judgment, so I kind of Gears 3 was kind of the last one I played that, and I enjoyed it. I remember enjoying it, but what was it? Maybe a couple months ago we played it. A lot of us played it during a game night, and it just didn't feel fun to me anymore. I don't know. But what else from Microsoft that you were interested in?
Almost everything past Forza Horizon. So, Recore looked good. I'm interested in Recore.
That comes out in September, the 13th, I think. No, the 13th. Where's the list?
The 27th of September.
Okay,
nope,
something comes out.
That's Forza Horizon. What the? I clicked on Recore though.
I thought I clicked on it too, and it popped up Forza.
IGN, your link is broken.
Yep, their link's broken. Let's see, Recore. Yeah, Recore definitely looks. Yeah, the 13th of September. Recore looks interesting. Is that going to be a full $60 game? Do we know?
Probably.
Okay.
Let's see. Final Fantasy looks good. That was a bad showing. That did not do great for that game.
I don't know.
I don't think a boss battle was the thing to show.
It seemed pretty cool. I think a lot of us didn't, thought it was interesting. I mean, just the scale of the boss was kind of crazy.
Yeah. I think
it was the fact that they didn't do what the guy was messing up who was doing it.
That too. That too. He wasn't dodging like he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Having played the platinum demo, which again is a bad demo.
Yeah. A lot of people said this was a lot better than that.
Yeah, because that platinum demo was basically a tech demo. That's all that was. But I am looking forward to Final Fantasy 15. I'm going to buy Final Fantasy 15 when it comes out. So, We Happy Few is coming to preview. I don't think that game should come to preview. I think that game needs to hold off until it's done and be a full release.
I've been seeing stuff about this for a couple years now, and I've been really excited about it, and I've been like, come on.
I've been
coming
looking
out
forward
already.
To it. I've been looking forward to it as well, but it needs to be it needs to be done before people see it, because it is a single player game. You can do the preview stuff with a survival type or a multiplayer game, but something like this that relies heavily on story, it people are going to play what's done when it comes to preview the first time, and that's it. They're not going to come back when the game is fully done.
I mean, they have their money though already, so.
I think
Do they care?
The preview stuff's free.
No, it's not.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure the games that are on preview right now are all free.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Like
Ark Survival Evolved, when that was in the preview thing, that wasn't free.
But that's not considered preview anymore, is it? Doesn't have the little bracket preview at the end.
I'm trying to look on the store.
My controller's over there.
No, they all cost money.
Because I've played some of them, and I've not put any money into them.
I know I don't know. I'm looking at them and they seem like they cost money. I'm seeing prices.
I know you can buy them.
There's free trials.
Okay.
But I don't know I don't think the free trial is exactly what the game preview is.
Okay. That I must be confusing that then.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't done the game trial or whatever for the game previews. And I gotta say, trying to scroll down all the way to game preview was a real pain. Because for whatever reason, there was stuttering just trying to scroll down on the games page. Now, once it's all buffered, everything, it's moving fine. But yeah, there's not that many game preview stuff though on Xbox. There's just a handful, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ark Survivor Evolved is still game preview.
Okay.
And I think that's pretty pricey, I think. I don't remember. I got a code for it, so I don't know how much it was, but I don't know. Like, if they want, I mean, they're going to put it up there, so. Hopefully I can get a code for it, because I've been really, I don't want to buy it.
I've been asking for a code for that game for a while.
Yeah, I don't think they're available yet, though. Are they?
Well, it is out on PC.
Okay. But yeah, because I'm, I may, if I don't get a code, I may buy it once it's fully out, but I'm not gonna buy it game preview.
Neither am I.
Because it's like you said, you're gonna play it and then not play it when it fully comes out. If you know, and I don't want to do that
Right.
because I bought DayZ, played it, it was crap, horrible, and haven't gone back to it, and that's still not even fully out.
Right. It never will be.
Yeah.
Kind of moving on. Sea of Thieves. I really want to play Sea of Thieves. That looked awesome. It's a
Yeah.
a loot-based pirate game. It's awesome.
Shared world. So, not quite MMO, but still,
Right.
kind of like a Destiny thing, shared world.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm trying to look at some of these games. I don't remember. Trying to remember what Inside was.
Inside is the Limbo.
Oh, okay. That looked, yeah, I don't know.
If you liked Limbo, it's another Limbo.
I think that's free right now for Xbox One. Kept seeing that a bunch. What else? Gwent, they're gonna make that a separate thing.
A lot of people like Gwent.
I don't know about, like, I could see Gwent being a great maybe mobile game, but I don't know if I'd want to play Gwent on a Xbox. It's just
I technically people do
well,
because
yeah,
they're playing Witcher 3.
yeah, the mini game, but I don't know if I'd want to play a dedicated card. I don't know. It's weird. Doing a card game on a console is hit or miss. Like
Yeah,
I've tried some, and some that I really wanted to get into, and I just couldn't, just because
I get you.
the UI just wasn't that great.
I get you. I get you.
Let's see what else. We talked about Tekken earlier. Yeah, they showed off like a fight, with Akuma and some Tekken character. I don't know who.
His name starts with an H.
Ah,
His name starts with an
Oh,
H.
Killer Instinct's gonna have Jinhol Ram
Sure.
from Gears. He's like the baddie. I think in the first one, or I don't know. I've never played the first Gears.
That's the only one that I've played.
Dead Rising 4 though, I'm excited about Dead Rising 4. I really am. It looked like more Dead
It
Rising.
looked like Dead Rising.
It looked like Dead Rising, but turning it up a notch or two. A lot of people some of the rumors was this was going to be a remake of the first one, but I think it's Dead Rising 4.
Because it's Frank West again.
Yeah, but it's Dead Rising 4. Um, and I'm excited about this. I really am. It's Xbox One and PC, which is the Play Anywhere part of that.
I don't know. A lot of these games were.
Yeah, which that's another thing. They announced a couple. Besides the actual games, they announced like Xbox platform features, like cross-buy, with Play Anywhere, where like you buy. They've already done it with Quantum Break, where you
Yeah.
buy Quantum Break for one, you get it for the other. Or I think it's you have to buy it for the Xbox One and you get it for the PC. I don't know if it goes reverse.
I think it does both. It does go both ways.
Okay, but yeah, so that's really cool, and there's going to be cross play as well
For some games, yes, like Gears
for
of War.
Yeah, for like Gears of War. That was one of the big things they announced with Gears of War was like all the modes are going to be crossplay. So that's pretty
Not
cool. Like
all the modes. They did not say all the modes.
they did say all
No,
modes.
they said co-op modes. They did not say competitive.
Okay, I thought they
I rewatched that part again. They only said co-op.
okay, all co-op modes then. So campaign, horde, whatever the other stuff they might have, like I think it's called beast mode, which is opposite of horde. Still, it's pretty cool. I mean, I guess you wouldn't want to play against PC players,
Right.
but I'm sure that'll be an option in
I
the
mean,
future for
they
games.
could force you to play with with a controller.
Or they could just do like what Gigantic said that theirs was going to be, where you could opt in and opt out.
Yeah.
So, but that's pretty cool. Because some games I have a nice gaming PC and I would want to take advantage of that, but I'd want to play co-op with people who are playing on the Xbox.
Right. Right.
Like Nox, Broadcast, Ace, Black, stuff. People like those too. They're not the PC kind of people.
Right.
They're the filthy console casuals. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly.
I'm kidding.
Exactly. No, they know they're filthy.
And I that's the reason why I play on Xbox as much as I do,
Same.
just because of that. But if I could have gotten Overwatch on PC and been able to play, then again that's
Oh
multiplayer. But
no, I would absolutely. I would have preferred getting Overwatch on PC.
that's multiplayer, so that's kind of a bad experience, a bad example. But something co-op style games like Left 4 Dead. If we could play Left 4 Dead on PC and they could play on the Xbox One and we could all play together,
Right.
that would be amazing. I would love that.
Left 4 Dead 3, make that happen.
Oh, that would be so cool. Um,
Complete with mod support.
let's see. They also announced they announced a club feature, which I guess they're trying to expand gaming or help gaming communities with, you know, social tools like, you know,
To me, it sounded like clans to me.
yeah, pretty much. And they also have a looking for group feature that's coming out,
Right,
which it's kind of interesting that they're. I mean, we're seeing that be on a console and not have to go to some stupid site and
yeah, I don't know how well that's going to work though, because kind of how they made it sound was like, okay, you're looking for a group, I'm looking for this group to do this thing. Oh, but you're not online, so I'm gonna have to wait for you to get online to join you to do this thing now, or I'm just gonna ignore you because you're not online, but we want to do the same thing. It was kind of like that kind of a thing that seemed like to me. I
yeah.
thought beacons worked a lot better, but that was only with your friends list.
Yeah, I like the beacons. I did. I really thought that was pretty cool because you could, I could set up, if they had the beacons right now, I could be like, hey, I want to play Overwatch. And then whenever people got on, or if they got on Overwatch themselves, they could see, oh, William wants to play Overwatch. He has a beacon set to Overwatch. Even if I'm on YouTube or whatever,
Right.
you know, they'll still know, oh, I could send him an invite because he wants to play Overwatch, but maybe he's on YouTube because no one else is playing right now.
Right.
Which that's a thing. I mean, that's a thing I kind of worry about a little. Is it's like I worry about being on Netflix on my Xbox or stuff like that because I worry about people being like, oh, well, he's doing that, so I don't want to I'm not gonna bother sending him an invite. So I'm normally on like just the dashboard and I watch Netflix on my computer
And then you
instead.
got somebody like Ace who will just send you 17 invites anyway.
Yeah, true. What else did they announced Arena, which is a tournament mode or tournament platform mode thing.
I'm interested in how that's gonna work.
That could be cool, like for our game nights we have.
Mm-hmm.
We could we could have a tournament, Killer Instinct tournament or
I'm trying to think of like what would actually be good with it in tournament play, other than a fighting game.
Killer Instinct, Rocket League.
Maybe, but that's already teams though.
True, but I mean it could be 2-on-2 stuff.
Could be, could be. I don't know. We will
There
actually
is 1v1
mess
in
with
Rocket
it.
League.
There is 1v1. Okay, yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's
We will mess with that when it comes out. Have
oh,
no
we'll
doubt.
definitely mess with
Have
the
no
stuff.
doubt.
Yeah. Um, what is it? Background music's gonna come, apparently. Uh, yeah, the Cortana stuff, which is horrible. That's in preview right now,
Yeah,
and it's just not good.
it's not. No.
We're just not enjoying it at all.
In fact, I've turned it off.
Can you turn it off?
You can.
So how do you do the voice things? Does you just do?
I don't.
Oh,
because
you can't.
because my Connect doesn't work anyway. The only thing my Connect still does is IR Blaster. So it
Oh,
still
that
it
sucks.
still turns my TV on when when my Xbox turns on, and I can still change my TV channel on Smart Glass.
Okay,
That's
that
the
kind of
only thing it
sucks.
still does.
Because all I use the Connect for is voice features or voice commands.
Yeah, that's the only thing to use it for.
That sucks then. So so you just use yours as a remote,
Pretty much.
but now you can't even do that, right?
No, yeah, I can.
You said you have the voice features turned off or
I have
voice
the
commands.
but it doesn't have anything to do with the IR Blaster.
Okay.
Like I physically push the little, I put my hand on the little on button thing to turn on my Xbox, or I use the controller.
That's a pain.
Like I don't turn my Xbox on and off with my voice.
I like that so much. It's so nice.
I miss that sometimes.
Just being able to sit down and be like, you know, just say, Xbox on, and then it turn on, and not have to be like sit down, rate a game, and then be like, you know, of course you can use the controller, but I don't know. It's just nice, or just being able to walk away and say, turn off, and
Right,
then
but
everything turns off.
I'm 2 steps away from my couch to my Xbox, so I mean it's not that big of a deal anyway. And heck, it when the voice feature still worked in the mornings, like when I was still kind of groggy, it wouldn't recognize me at all. So
Alrighty. Let's see. They showed a really cool Scalebound demo trailer thing.
it was a gameplay.
Yeah,
You know,
it looked cool. I'm looking forward to Scalebound even more now, and I want headphones like those.
still disappointed that one guy, when the character put the headphones on, the guy playing didn't put his headphones on.
He got yelled at afterwards for not doing that. He did.
He absolutely should have. He
I
totally
mean, they
should have
had
put his
they
headphones.
had the actual headphones, so they were supposed to do that, but they probably forgot, or the pressure got on them or something. But yeah, that it looks really cool, and it it being co-op has me really excited.
Yeah.
It looks amazing. I can't wait till next year when it comes
Uh,
out.
Honestly, I was more excited when it was announced.
You didn't like this demo or
I thought it
gameplay?
was neat.
I thought it was more. It was kind of. It was on as far as like, it was kind of a boss. It was a boss battle, just like the Final Fantasy one was. But I
Right.
think this one was way more impressive.
I I thought the main character needed to shut up.
Yeah, I guess.
He
But
was
I
talking.
mean,
He was talking a lot.
that's your typical RPG character,
No, it wasn't.
JRPG character.
No, it wasn't. That's your trying to tell you what to do by, making it sound authentic, but sounding the exact opposite at the same time. Like, oh, I should be hitting its heart. Go for the heart, and the dude is still hitting its legs.
Yeah. Let's see. They showed off Halo Wars 2. Do you care about that?
I downloaded the beta, haven't played it.
Same. Um, in State of Decay 2, I'm kind of excited because it's gonna be co-op, like the first one should have.
I didn't think the first one was that big of a deal, but apparently it was.
Oh yeah, first one was huge. A lot of people played it. It did really well. They were supposed to add co-op, like co-op support was supposed to be on the first game. They did not do that. They brought out this remastered version for the Xbox One, did not have co-op, so a lot of people were disappointed. Like they originally said they were bringing co-op, as DLC for the first one when that came out, but never happened. And then they were like, "Oh, we'll do it for the second one," and
Okay.
they announced the second one. And IGN's link for that isn't working, so I have no idea if there's a release date for that or not.
Alrighty.
So, um, while we're talking about Microsoft, I got a couple other Microsoft stuff. Um, they showed off the what is the Xbox One S,
Yeah.
the Slim, which is 40% smaller. It's got um
I saw on Reddit that little um, image that they showed of how smaller it was bullshit.
it seems a lot smaller than 40,
What that little image showed of, like, oh, here's what the original Xbox looks like, and then inside it is the Xbox One S. No, somebody did the math or whatever, and like, no, that was actually 70% smaller, not 40. Here's what 40 would look like, and it was quite a bit bigger.
yeah, it's still a lot smaller,
Yes.
but not that much smaller. Yeah. It didn't look right to me when I looked at it, the diagram.
Yeah.
I 70%. I was thinking 60%. Because I was thinking they got the mixing. They got the numbers mixed up. Instead of 40%, maybe it was. I don't know. But anyways, that has an IRR blaster on it.
Mm-hmm.
It has a better GPU and CPU. Like the raw power is better on it.
Yeah.
And they've come out and said like games will run better on that than the original Xbox Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like it won't be, they'll just run better. There won't be like, there won't be any more P's. You don't get any more P's or anything like that.
Right.
But it will run better, probably loading times a little better, not too not like, 10 seconds better or anything crazy like that. Because even if you use a SSD hard drive, the loading times aren't, they're only a few seconds difference.
I found this image. I don't know if it's real or not, but it looks about right.
It looks a lot taller than it should be. It should be a little smaller, right?
No, I think that looks about right.
I mean, if it's 40% smaller, I don't know. Um, what I think is interesting is, how the vents on the regular Xbox One, it looks a lot nicer on this S because they're little tiny like square vents and not these, horizontal or these, I don't know what you want, how you call them,
Slots?
slots. Yeah, these giant slots. It's one of the things I'm not. I don't know, but I like the little square vents versus these giant slotting vents.
Hello, Robot William.
Well, only you hear that if it's a
No,
Skype connection.
the
So
stream hears it too.
okay, I I don't know. Doesn't say our connection's bad or anything. Anyways, what else? The Scorpio though. There's an article. I'm trying to look for it. Okay, Phil Spencer has come out and said the Scorpio, which they kind of teased. They said the name is Scorpio, and um, I guess 4K or whatever. They
Hold on a
had a
second.
little.
I can't hear you at all right now. Hold on a second. Okay, try that again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay. They had a little teaser trailer thing where they were having like, I guess, devs talking about the Scorpio or how they need more power or whatever. I don't know.
More power. That was
But
Tim Allen from Home
Home
Improvement.
Improvement, yeah,
Because I can't do that. I would love to do that grunt he can do, but I can't do it.
yeah. Apparently this is gonna be 4K, like, and Phil Spencer has come out and said if you don't have a 4K TV, the benefit we've designed this for, you're not gonna see it. Like,
Well, it's gonna run
so,
better though.
I guess. I mean, it'll run better, but you won't be able to see the graphic. Like I think if you don't have a 4K TV and you don't plan on getting one, I think you should get the S because that'll run games and that'll run the games in the resolution you'll be able to see better.
We don't know the specs of the Scorpio yet.
There's been leaks and stuff, right?
Nothing confirmed. We don't know the official specs.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the head of Xbox saying this is gonna be for 4K stuff. If you don't have a 4K TV, you're not going to see the benefits of this. And Microsoft doesn't sell 4K TV, so it's not like they're Sony saying you need to get a 4K TV with this.
Right, yeah.
So they don't really benefit on people buying 4K TVs, and so they're just saying, people who want to play games in 4K, they're going to have the Scorpio, and so there is a reason why we have this Xbox One S.
I think that's a response to the fact that a lot of people are saying that the fact that the Xbox One S and Scorpio were announced at the same time.
I mean, it makes sense though. There's a lot of people who aren't going to be getting a 4K TV anytime soon.
Right, like me. I'm not going to get a 4K TV anytime soon.
Like when the Scorpio comes out, I might get one around then, because that's over a year away. It just depends, but there are people who are like 1080p, that's fine with me. I don't need, I just bought a, you know, 50, 60 inch, blah, blah, blah TV that's 1080p. I'm not going to buy another TV for years and years and years. So, I mean,
I'm actually more likely to get a 4K monitor than I am a TV, because there are more stuff I can do on the PC that I can benefit from a 4K from than I can, you know, TV's
that
not in
makes sense.
TV's not in 4K. Barely any movies are in 4K. So
They're starting to come out though, and
they
the
are starting to come
Xbox
out.
One S will play 4K Blu-rays. So that's something there. But um, I mean, it makes sense that they have this One S. I mean, a lot of people in our community, that we chat with, are like, oh, I I would have bought a One S, but they announced that in a year and a half they're going to have this Scorpio come out, and it's
Which
like, well,
a
you're the
lot of people are
hardcore.
saying that. A
You're
lot of
the
people are saying that
hardcore.
though.
We're the hardcore audience. We're the ones the Scorpios going towards. But the average casual people who aren't going to be getting a 4K TV, for 4, 5, 6 years because they just got a nice 1080p TV.
But it's the hardcore people who are going to tell the casual people what to get though. That's how that works.
Still, though, like you're gonna
Because
see,
the casual people, they have no idea about what this S is.
oh, here's the Scorpios. Because they're gonna have 4K all over the box, stuff like that. And they're gonna be like, I don't have a 4K TV, and then they're gonna see the S, and they're gonna see it's cheaper because
Uh
the S is two ninety
I
nine.
think you're giving
That's a
a
good. That's
maybe a little too much credit there. Like, oh, 4K, it'll turn my regular TV into a 4K TV.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're gonna see that they don't have a 4K TV.
And I'm saying that a lot of people are dumb enough, or that what I just said is going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know if people are that dumb because
You'd be surprised.
I don't know. Well, if that's the case, then 3D Blu-ray players. How come we haven't seen a lot of people buy those and then return them because they thought it would turn their TV into 3D
Because
TVs?
3D sucks anyway. Nobody
Y-
buys it.
Sure, whatever. But it, I don't know. It's a good option to have, and there is a market for it. I just think a lot of the hardcore gamers are complaining, and they're not they're thinking about us, which we're the minority. We really are. Especially if you're gonna buy a 4K TV and have a 4K Xbox console. There's not gonna be a lot of people who do that.
No.
Um, I mean, and if I get the Scorpio, then I'm gonna get a 4K TV. But if I decide if I don't, I'm not gonna get the Scorpio without having a 4K TV. It's just, especially after, Phil Spencer coming out and saying, you know, kind of that it's pointless if you don't have a 4K TV. So that kind of helped me a little with my decision, but it's a year and a half away, so
Right, and when the specs come out, we'll actually hear what if it actually there is a benefit to it or not. Because just him saying it, it may just be a way to try to sell more Xbox One S's.
true. But I mean, there's still a lot of people who are not going to get one because they're going to say, "Oh, the Scorpio, it's more powerful, and I want more powerful." But and people think, "Oh, I'm going to have a 4K TV by then," which I'm hoping I can get a 4K TV by then because by then there should be 4K Blu-rays and stuff like that starting to be out there because we're already starting to see like what
Batman
was
v
it
Superman.
in the Civil War that's going to be in 4K Blu-ray most likely, all the Marvel movies, all the stuff like that. So I don't know, it's interesting though, like that if any, it's I just wanted to bring this up because any of our listeners are listening and they know for a fact they're not going to be getting a 4K TV, you know, anytime soon, like years and years, you know. So
Me,
do you plan on getting a Scorpio?
no, not right away.
Okay.
I mean, there is the rumor, you know, it's a very good, very likely rumor that it's going to have VR support, and don't know about the Xbox One S.
Oh
Because,
no, the Xbox One S will not have VR support. I can
well, there
guarantee
you
you
go.
that.
There is a benefit to that having a 4K TV.
Yeah, true. But then you'd have to buy the VR stuff with it, which, $800 right there for the Vive or the Oculus.
It's cheaper than having to build a whole new PC for it.
That's true. But yeah, I don't know. 4K TVs too. I don't know if you've seen. There's some really good deals on 4K TVs right now. I can't imagine. I mean, I'm so by this time next year or even holiday next year, those are gonna. I mean, I'm seeing 55 inches for under 1,000. I mean, it's crazy to think of because I remember when we got our first uh 1080p TV. It was a 40-inch Sony, and it was like I think it was 1,000, or it was a little over $1,000 for a 40-inch 1080p.
Yeah.
And at the time, that was that was a good deal at the time. I think 2000, 2009, 2008, sometime around there. But let me see, 4K.
Yeah, but here's the problem with all the games and stuff that are coming out, and
Yeah, here we go.
wanting
55
to
inch.
at least go to PAX South. I can't be spending this money.
I understand. I'm just saying, but I'm just saying they're cheap now. So by this time next year, imagine how much cheaper they are. Because I'm looking at one right here. It's a deal. 55-inch Samsung 4K UHD for $900, and you get a $300 Dell gift card, free shipping. Like that's pretty cheap for what you're getting. And just imagine, the prices of them next year. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't plan on buying a TV at all this year.
Oh no, I don't
No.
either.
No. Um, Once I can get a really nice 4K TV, like, maybe a 50-inch for around $500, maybe. Maybe. But I'm happy with my TV. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of controversy with, these two different, the 1S and the Scorpio. You are correct. There's a lot of people, poo-pooing them announcing both of them, but I don't know. I think there's a market. People want to have something smaller and sleeker, and you know
And they're right.
it's it's 299. It's gonna run, it's gonna run games better because it has a slightly better GPU and CPU, and there's a lot more people out there who don't have Xbox Ones too.
It's true.
So there's more of a market for Xbox Ones. So there are people who are going to be like, "Oh, wow, this is my time to buy one, to buy into one." Instead of, "Oh, well, you're going to have to just wait till, you know, holiday of next year to buy an Xbox." Like, some people don't want to do that. Anyways, what was next? Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Alrighty, what'd you like about Ubisoft?
Uh, Ghost Recon looked good.
It did. I thought it looked. I saw this comparison and I kind of thought the same thing. It looks like, you know, it looks like uh what was it? It looks like Ghost Recon, but kind of GTA world. You know, that open world type.
I would have more said a less exciting Just Cause. Just because of
Less
where it's
ridiculous.
at. Yes.
It looks pretty cool. I'll definitely. But then again, the last Ghost Recon game I was so excited about, then it didn't go anywhere. There wasn't really, once it came out, there wasn't any excitement about it. I didn't hear any
What
good
was the
stuff
last
about it.
Ghost Recon?
Uh, what was it?
It wasn't Advanced Warfighter.
Oh, what was it? No, that wasn't it. Future Soldier,
Future
right?
Soldier.
No, no, that was 2012. I don't know. What was the last one? Because it was the one where they were like, I remember the reveal, whatever they were like in the jungle or whatever, and they did the typical, I guess now the typical thing where they all synced up four different people at the same time and took them out all at the same time, and it was kind
Right.
of jungle swamp area.
Phantoms.
Phantoms. That doesn't sound right, but yeah, whatever.
2014.
The name doesn't sound familiar, but yeah, the I remember a lot of people were kind of excited about that, and then I guess it came out, and then I didn't hear anything, so I never picked it up.
Uh, yeah, I haven't played a Ghost Recon game since Grawl 2.
No, it wasn't Phantoms. Phantoms was only released for Windows. It's saying.
Then it was Future Soldier then.
Yeah, maybe that was it. Anyways, yeah, this one looks interesting. I hope, like I said, I hope whenever it does come out, maybe there's excitement about it and people are playing it, and because like I said last time the other one came out, it came out and I didn't really hear anyone. I didn't see many people playing it, so I would decide not to pick it up. Because I've picked up a lot of games that was people were hyped about, and then no one else picked them up or stopped playing them shortly after, and that sucks. That really does. And that comes out March 7th, so it's not that far away.
No, it's Scar was disappointed though
Why was he disappointed?
because it was so far away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Uh,
South Park game looked pretty good,
the
but
South
the
Park game
last
looked good.
like it looks like the TV show.
It does,
It's amazing how like
but then
how
again,
great it looks. The
that's
last one did too.
yeah. But there's not much to the TV show though. I mean, it's not really that technically, difficult to recreate in a video game form not nowadays.
True,
Um,
but I mean, then again, everyone's
I
so excited about Cuphead because it looks like a cartoon from the 1930s. So
which is awesome.
you can't say, oh,
Which is
that's more
awesome.
impressive than the game looking like South Park, which is a show now.
No, it's the same. It's
Yeah.
looking like it this thing that we all know. But yeah, the fractured but whole. That it it's South Park, making fun of Marvel's movie stuff,
They
superhero
even
movies.
made they even made, oh, yeah, Marvel and DC, right?
Yeah,
They even made a joke. They were like, we were gonna call it Civil War, but then Marvel, blah blah blah, or
That was
Marvel
that
was
was
gonna
a
call it
that was a
the
bad joke.
fractured.
That was a
Yeah,
bad hoax.
that was
Bad
pretty
joke.
bad. It was pretty bad. I'm like, really, guys? You're Trey
Sick.
Parker and Matt Stone. You're like two of the funniest people in entertainment.
Right, but they didn't work too hard on that joke. They didn't work too hard at that one at all. Uh, I, I think I own the first one, like maybe on PC. But I never played it, so
Apparently, it's a really good game. Like you get,
yeah,
even if you don't like South Park, you take South Park aside. It's a good game.
no, I guess I don't. I thought I owned it. Um, yeah, that looked good. For Honor looked all right.
For
It,
Honor, I'm excited about.
I I guess going into this, I was thinking For Honor was chivalry with Vikings, but no, it's Dynasty Warriors with Vikings.
Oh, and the dude they get to come out to present For Honor, he
Is
is
a
so
Viking.
cool.
He is a
He is
Viking.
so cool.
Dude is a Viking.
I saw a meme. It was a picture of him, out E3 this year with his cane and with a beard and all that, and it was like, I want him to be my DM. That's what is it, Dungeon Master?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
for Dungeons and Dragons, yeah.
yeah. So, like, that dude is really good. Like, he, I really like seeing him out there presenting stuff.
Yeah. Uh, Watch Dogs 2, I'll probably end up getting uh, pressured into buying. I'll fall prey to what's
No,
the
that was
thing?
last conference. Prey was last conference.
You're so funny.
But yeah, you fall pressure into getting it.
Peer, yeah,
Cause why?
peer pressure. Yeah.
Why do you think that? I mean, is there a multiplayer aspect to it, or you think just
No, just
fear of missing out?
yeah. I'll see a lot of people on Reddit talking about it, and I'll see lots of gifs and stuff from it. And like, I want to play it, and I'll end up picking it up.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's talk about that Star Trek thing.
okay, cool. I was
That
just
looks
about to start talking about it.
that looks so ridiculous. Like,
I thought it was awesome.
it's cool
I
in
thought it was straight up awesome.
concept. It's cool in concept, but think about it practically. Like,
No,
how many
yeah.
you have to have 4 different VRs plus 4 different PCs that are capable of playing the VR. Like, you didn't see it. It was hard to see, but they had their PCs like behind their chairs.
Yeah,
Like, you could see them, and they were separate PCs. It didn't run on one PC.
yeah.
They were separate. And
Ignoring the cost this would all take, it looked awesome. Like, it was something I would like to do. I mean, there are games that do that do kind of what this is. The name of the game is escaping me, but like one player has is the captain, one player is the engineer, one player is the helmsman. One player is the science officer, and like you have to do your parts, or else you will all die. And you cannot do this alone because there's just too many things to do. Like,
yeah.
it looks awesome,
But it's $10,000 to get that experience they showed on stage.
yeah, that one. I'm talking about the straight up the PC game, the one that already exists.
Okay.
But
this
like,
is a VR thing, right? They're not going to
yes.
have this separate, right?
no, it will not be separate. But like to get something like none of our friends would do that though. Like I'd have to get a whole new set of friends just to play that game.
This actually is supported on PlayStation VR too, so that's something.
Okay, well I'll probably be picking up a PlayStation in the next year, so
It's all three VRs, so I didn't know that. I thought it was just PC, like Oculus or Vive
oh
or
yeah,
whatever they were showing off.
that's what they showed.
So okay, less expensive than maybe, like
Slightly less.
maybe $4,000 if you have do PlayStation VR.
Yes.
But yeah, that it seemed really cool. Like I said, concept wise, but I was just during that whole time I was thinking rationally, and I was like,
Well, the
the
thing
cost
is,
of this is so
you
crazy.
you focus on the Star Trek thing, but the one before the Eagle Flight, that was 8 players.
That looked ridiculous too.
That was 8 players, and they were flying way too well. I'll say that right now. They were flying way too well. Like they were going like, in and out of trees, and like there's no way you're doing that good.
That didn't really I really didn't like what I saw from Eagle Flight.
No, it
didn't intrigue
looked
me.
kind of boring.
Yeah, it looked more like a tech demo than a game.
Yeah.
And people were saying, "Oh, this is gonna." I could see this rivaling a Rocket League or something. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you talking about? Who said that in our group? Someone said that in our group.
I missed that comment then.
I don't know who said that. Maybe I think it was maybe Larry was saying. I don't know. I don't know who said that. I think someone said that, but I was thinking, what are you talking about? There's no way this is gonna be like this is gonna catch on. I like a Rocket League or anything like that. I really don't think that. I think this is, I don't know. I think this is like, remember that year they had laser tag?
Yeah.
Remember that?
I do.
They had laser tag at the Ubisoft press conference.
Yeah. That's Ubisoft does that stuff, and that's just awesome. They do that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that Star Trek thing I could see being more people liking that more than this, just because I could see enthusiasts, who have more money than they know what to do with.
Right.
But the average people who, no one's gonna want to, unless they have a VR and they're really looking for games to play, they're not gonna care about Eagle Flight. They're
Right.
gonna be like, I could play Resident Evil. I could play, Batman Arkham, whatever, in VR. I can, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna play this, game that doesn't even. I mean, I don't know. It just didn't look impressive. Didn't look like it had much to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it looked like a
And
tech demo.
that's the problem with VR right now. Is there's no depth to anything in VR.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, I could definitely see, being able to play the Arkham games or, Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil,
Yeah,
that
7.
yeah, that one looked like it might have some depth to it. But beyond that, there's nothing else.
Yeah, because these new engines, like the Unreal and the Unity engines, they have like VR support, like to where it's easier to develop VR with them. So
Doesn't mean it should be done though.
yeah, I agree, I guess, but I don't know. God, Stuart, you're sounding like all the other people in our community who are just like who shit on VR all the time.
And I'm like one of the few that has something to VR. I have VR.
Yeah.
So I know from experience about what with VR stuff, it's surface level.
Yeah. I don't know. I've tried some impressive, VR demos that were full on VR stuff, not just like little things. Like like Blue was talking about, his impressions of VR, and I'm like, yeah, Blue, but you were playing VR where the camera, that you were seeing was over the top, and you were this little marble that was trying to move on these different platforms down this like mountain area stuff without falling off all the way. Like
I know what game you're talking about.
you weren't playing anything like spectacular. You didn't get a real good VR, experience. And unfortunately, he didn't. Hopefully, next pack South we can get him a really good VR experience because I've had some really good ones, you know, from all three of the VRs actually. I got to play was Elite Dangerous and um on the Oculus. I got to what was it? I got to do a couple things and for from the Vive that what was it that what was it that space shooter, space pirate
Oh,
trainer
Space
thing?
Fire. Yes.
Yeah, which that was really cool. That really was. Like I know it was a tech demo, but it was really cool and it showed off the possibilities of VR.
Well, the thing is though, like that's all kind of what you played there. That's all is to it. It gets harder, but that's all that game has.
Yeah, and then with the PlayStation VR, I played that Until Dawn, where you're like on a roller coaster cart going through a level, and you had to shoot enemies and stuff like that. And you had people like you had to be fully aware. You had to turn to your side because there were people coming at you from your side. Not it wasn't just like what you see in front of you. It was you had to turn and shoot and stuff like that. And if your cart was passing by and there were still people behind you, you could turn around and shoot them from behind you while still being positioned, going forward. Like, I've had good experiences with all three of them, and it's still early stages of VR too, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's still early stages, so that depth that I'm saying is missing will come eventually.
Yeah, I'm not gonna crap on it like almost everyone else we know is already, because you know, and half of it is, oh, I have kids, I can't put something on my head and you know, like not know what's going on around me.
Then simple. Tie the kids to a chair, and then you can play the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like okay, then it's just not for you, but it doesn't mean that VR is crappy and not a won't won't amount to anything. I mean, I don't know. Like we've said, I I don't know. I guess we can move on to Sony, but I'm really kind of if I do end up getting a PlayStation 4, I might look into PlayStation VR.
Yeah,
I actually might.
I was right away, especially after what was shown. I won't right away.
Yeah, the and it's interesting because I think it was Scarfinger. He was saying that he hates the fact that Microsoft goes first on these conferences because Sony, like most of their conferences are just like reacting to what Microsoft does,
Some
which
of it, yeah.
it's a fair point.
It is a
Yeah.
fair point.
And it'd be interesting to see what Microsoft would show us if they didn't
Which,
know what.
which I mean, a lot of people were saying because the Scorpio was at least talked about, that the Neo would be here, and it wasn't.
Well, they said before that they weren't, but
That
there's
doesn't
part
mean
of me
shit
that
until it
there was
happens.
yeah there was part of me that was kind of like yeah, and even people in our chat was like, well, they said, and I'm thinking, yeah, well, I still kind of thought we might
Right.
see something.
Yeah, but just 'cause, like they might change their minds after Xbox says talk about Scorpio, like, oh well, then I guess we need to mention the Neo too.
Yeah, but Paris Games is a real big thing for Sony,
Right, and
so
they
we can.
also there's the Tokyo Game Show. Sony is a Japanese company.
True, but the Tokyo game, I've been hearing the Tokyo Game Show is not, the last few years it really hasn't been anything special.
E3's been going down the drain too.
That's true, yeah. So I'm thinking either Paris Game Show or
Gamescom.
Gamescom. Yeah.
Yeah, from Sony, God of War looked really good.
It did, and it's
God of War looked awesome.
Norse mythology now.
Yeah. So yeah, Kratos basically says, "I'm fucking leaving Greece now, and I'm gonna start a family over here, in up north in Norway or wherever."
Is it the same Kratos? I thought it was
is
like
the same Kratos. Nope, it is the same Kratos.
Because it's a different voice actor, and
nope, they have said it is the same Kratos from God of War 1, 2, and 3.
that's kind of dumb.
And the fact that your son in the trailer, Kratos had a son that he was being a terrible dad to, is with you the entire game.
I don't even know what to think now.
The son is the co-main character of the game.
That's kind of dumb. That kind of takes away everything about God of War.
As the fact that it kind of looked like it was maybe open world, or it could have been, but it wasn't. It's not. It's not going to be open world.
I didn't expect that. Yeah, a game like that on the God of War games. I don't think they could be open world because they're so, linear driven.
The old God of War, yeah, sure. But the way this new one looked, it could have easily have been.
Yeah, so they had an orchestra, right?
Yeah.
And they did music with some of these games, and it was kind of cool, but it didn't really do anything. Like it
would have been cooler to be there to experience the orchestra, because that's how orchestras are best experienced. Is
they could have easily not had it, and I wouldn't have really. It wouldn't have made much of a difference. I don't think.
No, not on a stream. No.
Yeah. What else? Last Guardian is supposedly coming out, right?
Yeah, but I don't care about Last Guardian.
I don't care about that at all. It's always looked kind of dumb to me. Like, what was it last year? Was it last year they announced or they showed off the bird dog thing? Or was it the year before?
I don't remember.
Like, people were so excited, and I'm like, okay.
It doesn't look that good.
It doesn't look that good. Like, visually, it doesn't really look that. It doesn't look, as amazing as people are making it.
As a lot of these other games that were shown were. A lot of the games at Sony's looked fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Like Horizon Zero Dawn, that looked really fun. Detroit Becomes Human, I will play that game.
It looks pretty good. It looks more. It doesn't. It looks. I'm a little afraid that it looks. They showed like so many different choices. I'm thinking. I'm afraid that is it gonna be like. I don't know. It just seems like they showed us very ambitious. That's the word I used.
It is quite ambitious. Yes.
Yeah, that was the word I used at the time. Because they were showing one incident where the guy was on the roof and there was another android with a kid, right?
Right. And they showed us there was 17 different ways that could have gone down.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, how can they have this game if there's that different amount of choices and actions and stuff. Like this can't be a extremely long game. I can't imagine.
It is Blu-ray. There's a lot of room on a disc.
I guess, but I mean, if it and also if it's gonna look that good visually, that's gonna take up storage
True.
too.
True.
I mean, it could be, could be a 6 to 8 hour game.
Could be that's the only bit of the game you can just replay it 27 different ways.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know, but it looks interesting. I'm kind of also excited about Days Gone. That looked pretty good.
Yeah, I'm. One, I've never been into zombies too much. Two, I'm zombied out.
There hasn't really been too many zombie stuff in a while, has there?
It's never
trying to-
stopped.
I'm trying to think of the last zombie thing I played. I can't. I played a little bit of Black Ops Zombies, but I didn't really even get that deep into that because I don't know, just Black Ops. I never
There's
really played
always
Black
been
Ops.
something zombie coming out.
Yeah, there's always something zombies, but I think the last big zombie thing I really played was Dead Rising 3. I never played Dying Light, which
Right,
that was
yeah.
zombies, I think.
Yes, that was zombies. Walking Dead shit.
Well, I mean the you mean the Telltale stuff?
Yeah.
That's not really. That's more of. You really gonna say, oh, that's zombies? Like it zombies are in there, but it's more story driven.
I'm completely zombied out. That's how far I'm gone.
Okay. Well, there's gonna be more zombies coming, so because the Days Gone, which looked interesting. That looked, I mean that thing they showed at the end, that looked kind of ambitious too. There was a lot of zombies on the screen coming at you.
Yeah, and it took me a while to figure out the face of that character too. Because like I've seen that character before, and it's the actor who played in the U.S. version of Being Human. He played the vampire in that show, and he's also the face and actor of Star Killer in the Force Unleashed games.
I never saw Being Human US, so
It's not as good as UK.
but yeah, like your motorcycle club, kind of via Sons of Anarchy, which you know, Blue was like, "Is this Sons of Anarchy the game?" I'm thinking, no.
It's a little late for that.
Yeah, because it ended like It ended like 2 years ago, I think.
No, it wasn't that long ago. It was last year.
December 9th, 2014. So a year and a half ago. But yeah, I was thinking there's no. I don't know, and I knew instantly because the back of the motorcycle wasn't the back of the motorcycle jacket wasn't
Right, wasn't
Sons of Anarchy logo.
Sands of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Right.
So
And for some reason, Golem's in the game. I don't know why.
is that the same game?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But
We're joking, but there was a creature that looked like Golem.
yeah.
Straight up Golem in the game.
But it looked crazy, and I don't think there's gonna be that many zombies to deal with, like they showed. I don't know how there could be.
It could be like, you go to an area and then all of a sudden zombies start spawning in the background, and just like every now and then you'll just come across just a massive horde.
Because that was hundreds of zombies right there, and the majority of gamers aren't going to be
The Dead Rising games had quite a few zombies in them.
true, but they're not running at you fast like that. The Dead Rising zombies are kind
They
of
were at night,
slow.
weren't they?
Kinda. But I mean, I, I don't know. You also had like crazy freaking weapons in Dead Rising.
True.
Like you know, they had some really crazy stuff. But yeah, I looked at that. It was Days Gone,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking, okay, I probably would have died there. I probably would have died there. I probably would have died because it was crazy. It was frantic. It
Now,
really was.
the fact that that was shown at the beginning and end of the press conference, a lot of people were saying that something was cut. And I heard a rumor that it may have been Red Dead.
I wonder why.
I don't know. The rumor I heard was it might have been like for, um, oh, timing because of Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Like an insensitive thing. I don't know how that relates to Red Dead.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
But
I say okay, but I don't
that's
understand.
the wording that I heard. I was like, I don't know. Okay.
Whatever.
Whatever. But Red Dead was not announced though.
Yeah.
So that may have been complete bullshit that I heard.
They also talked about some PlayStation VR stuff. They priced it. What's it? $399.
$399.
It's coming out October or something.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Resident Evil 7, you're going to be able to play through. They're going to have Batman Arkham VR, which I'm not sure if they've clarified really.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
Is that just going to be the regular stuff that you can, is that going to be Batman Arkham that you can
I doubt
play
that
through in
because
VR?
of, the whole counter system in Arkham. I could see somebody getting sick on that.
True. Well, I mean, there's going to be people getting sick anyways on VR. That's why one of the solutions to that is they've put a fake virtual little dot to replicate a nose. Like you can barely tell it's there, but you can subconsciously kind of, to give you perspective, whatever. But Battlefront VR X-Wing mission. So this is just going to be DLC for Battlefront. That's
right, and again, this is one thing. Is it one mission, or is there multiple missions?
you would think it'd have to be maybe a couple missions.
Right, I say like 5.
Yeah. I would hope so. And they're toting 50 games with PlayStation VR.
Yeah.
But this isn't a game. This is add-on for a game. That's not like
They might sell it separately as well. It might be its own separate thing.
maybe,
It might not be DLC.
Yeah, they were showing stuff, Final Fantasy VR thing, and
Which
then they
I
went to
heard
this,
was awful. I heard people who played it at the show floor. I heard it was awful and very awkward because
Yeah.
at the end of whatever you're doing on rails, because you're shooting a gun on rails in that VR experience, and then you ride off into the sunset with Sid, and you can just sit there and ogle Sid. And I've seen some very awkward gifs of people doing that.
And this is another one where I think there was people in our chat who were, when we were watching this, was like saying, "Oh, the Final Fantasy in VR," and I'm like, "No, this is something separate.
No,
there's no way the entire Final Fantasy game would."
Plus,
the
main character of Final Fantasy came on screen, like, oh well, and talking to said character like, oh, it's not even the main character. It's one of his buddies.
Yeah.
Primo, I think, or however you say his name.
I don't know, but yeah. So this is gonna be a separate thing, and then they went into this other game that
Which
just
you guys were all convinced, oh, this is VR, this is VR. I'm like, I don't think it is,
I didn't think it
guys.
was VR. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Because
The other guys were like, this is VR. I'm like, I don't think it really is, guys. I don't think this is VR.
and people were like, "Oh, this is definitely VR," and I'm thinking, no. I mean,
No.
if it is VR, then it's not exclusive because nothing we're seeing, or as we're seeing it, shows that it's VR only. Like this could be standalone, and then of course it's not VR. So that was kind of bad transitioning. Like,
Yeah.
but it turned out to be the new Call of Duty.
And we were like, oh shit, that looked kind of
It looks
cool.
really good. It
Like,
looks really
oh,
good.
we might actually
Like,
get
the
Call of
space
Duty this
stuff.
time.
The space stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we might get Call of Duty this time. Huh.
It didn't look like Call of Duty too. That whole
No.
time, I wasn't thinking Call of Duty. I was thinking, oh, this is a new shooter IP or something.
Right.
This reminds me kind of Titanfall in space or something. And yeah, Titanfall in space, in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. It seems like.
Like, oh, that looked kind of good. So, yeah.
I'm keeping my eye out for it. Definitely. And then with the remastered Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you care about any of the Crash stuff?
I was never a Crash guy.
The Lego stuff?
Nah.
Okay. Okay. We saw Death Stranding, which that's got to be the creepiest.
No, we didn't. We saw a look into Kojima's mind.
You're not wrong there. That was so creepy. I mean, that was one of the creepiest things. That's probably the creepiest thing I've seen from an E3 press conference.
From an E3 press conference, yes. I was going to say, Kojima's come up with some pretty creepy shit.
Like that Norman Reedus, which people were, I don't know, people in our chat were I don't know who they thought that was. They were like, "Oh, is that Snake?" I'm like, "No, that's Norman Reedus."
I think that was Scar being an ass.
Oh, I'm the one who had to actually.
I don't think
say,
he actually thought that was Snake.
Yeah, but it's weird. No one thought it was Norman Reedus, so I was like, "That's Norman Reedus," and then it said it on the screen. I'm a big Norman Reedus fan. Wish I could watch The Walking Dead. I like his character in it, but I fell off on that show.
Boondock Saints. That's
so good. Yeah.
Good movie.
But yeah, it was like what, him naked holding a baby
That was attached to him through an umbilical cord, and then like the baby melted into black goo, and then invisibly walked down his leg, and then 4 guys floating up in the sky over a beach full of beached whales.
Yeah, it looked like
Kojima, everyone. Hideo Kojima.
the guys looked like they were like, I don't know,
Angels, maybe?
or like I don't know, elders performing a ceremony or something, like I don't know. It looked so weird.
We won't see that game for another 4 years.
Yeah, 2020.
2020, that's... Or maybe later.
I'm surprised they even had that. I'm surprised they even had that to show, because...
Yeah, we're not going to see that for a while.
It was, only a few months ago that he finally was able to do anything?
Yeah.
Like, it was, yeah.
Maybe he had that done already. Like when he was working on Silent Hill with Norman Reedus.
I don't think so, because I think
maybe that's supposed to be Silent Hill.
I think this was after that.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the fact that maybe this was Silent Hill, and he just kind of took the assets and said, "I'm going to make this into something else."
It's possible, but yeah, it's some crazy stuff. Something I'm really sad about that this is only on PS4 is this new Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I am as well. But then again, I am going to get a PlayStation 4, and I seem to be alone in this. But I liked the costume.
I didn't like the white spider on the. I don't know. It just it stood. It's popped. It popped too much, I think.
I thought that was cool. So I dug the new costume.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be tons of different costumes and stuff in this game, probably. Because it's a Spider-Man game. There's always.
Right. The last Spider-Man game had tons of costumes.
Yeah, it's just it kind of sucks that this is PS4 only.
Yeah. Don't know if this is supposed to tie in with the movie. Don't know. I think it'd be kind of early for that.
Oh
But
yeah, it would be too early for that, I think.
it might be voiced by that Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. There's I'm seeing screenshots where there's Osborne billboards and stuff like that that they've you know slowed down frame by frame and have found and stuff like that. So I don't know, but yeah, that was Sony stuff that really, I guess, that interested us. There's some other stuff, but we just didn't really care about the other stuff.
Right. Did you catch Nintendo's Treehouse?
I didn't. Was there anything interesting?
I caught a little bit of it. They played Pokemon Sun and Moon for way too long.
I hear there's a 4-player battle royal mode.
There is a battle royale mode, yes. That looked okay. That looked all right. It worked exactly how you expect it to.
Yeah, there's a new Mario Party for the 3DS coming out.
That I didn't catch.
Paper Mario.
I did hear about that, but the new Zelda, I did watch a little bit of that. That Zelda looks awesome. Kind of disappointed it's coming out only on Nintendo. Because I would totally play that Zelda game.
I really don't plan on buying a Nintendo anything.
No. I am curious about the NX, but I don't think I'm going to get it.
I think I think I'm done with Nintendo for a while, unless I don't know, unless they can get the third-party support back, which I just don't think they can. I think they've just lost third party.
I think you're right.
Which is a shame, because competition's good, and you know we were when the Wii U was announced and came out, there were certain, oh look, Batman Arkham whatever, with you could use the Wii U remote, that can do this and this, and oh, you can use this game to do, and that was, it seemed like they were starting to,
it never went past the gimmick stage.
Yeah, it seemed like they were starting to get third party support, but third parties don't want to have to add those gimmicky things to their games.
Right.
And it's understandable, because that's time and resource right there.
Right, and then with the Wii, they had to come up with a whole new control scheme on how that would work. So it just didn't happen. So hopefully with the NX, it's going to be more like a traditional console. So then they could get maybe some ports and stuff back.
Yeah, hopefully. who knows? That comes out what, next year?
I don't know.
And we still don't really know anything about it.
I don't know.
I think it comes out before.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
No, I mean
Oh,
the NX.
NX. We don't know anything.
I think it's
Don't know anything.
I think it's supposed to come out before the fiscal year ends. So like by March.
Then they need to announce it. Unless unless they want to do like a Sega thing, like, you know, like how a direct and just say, and it's available now, but then they will never be able to keep that quiet.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
I mean, you can't keep a damn leak. You can't keep a damn game from being announced. It even advertise it in a store without being leaked.
Yeah. Here's a quote: Nintendo boss on NX. For us, it's not all. It's for us. It's not about specs.
They're not going the right way. Then
Yeah, they're not going the right way.
they've been saying that for the last 3 consoles. It's not worked out for them.
Uh, for us, it's not about specs. It's not about teraflops. It's not about horsepower of a particular system. For us, it's about the content.
Then to get that content, you need the fucking horsepower.
And the teraflops.
Right.
Because they've come out and said teraflops, so people want teraflops now. Even though they don't know what teraflops are. They just know.
The first thing on Twitter I saw was, what the hell's a teraflop?
It's, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I know I want it. No, that's what the casual consumers are gonna think now. Because
Right, yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the whole, oh, it's 1080p on PlayStation, but 900p on Xbox.
Yeah, the new Destiny is coming out. But how many teraflops is it? That's not how that works.
Cue cue the Princess Bride. I don't think that word means what you think it does.
Exactly.
But let's see, dude. I think that's it. I didn't realize. Oh, I got one more thing. I think. Yeah. Apparently, Microsoft was giving out USB drives that had, E3 press stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a folder named Bulletstorm Remaster that had some images on it. So there hasn't been anything that's been announced yet, Bulletstorm Remastered, but I mean, why would it be on a press email or press USB drive with,
Is
a
that something
folder
people
with,
want?
I would like the Bulletstorm games were cool. Like, you never played the Bulletstorm games, did you?
Was there more than one?
Or the Bulletstorm game, I mean.
Okay.
Sorry. It was cool because it was all about it was you would kill things, but the different ways you killed them, it was
Kills
score
with
based.
skills.
Yeah, and it was score based, so it was unique and interesting and different. It was all about, killing different ways, getting combos, working with your co-op friends to, do certain things and get to a higher score at, it was pretty cool. It's actually what the Destiny's whatever Elders Prison of Elders the new Prison of Elders thing is you have to kill different
Okay.
ways and get points. But
You
in
can, you can use
Bulletstorm,
a grappling hook to bring the enemy to you and kick their head off, that kind of a thing.
well, yeah, or I could hook him with the grappling, and then you could hook him before he comes to me, and we could rip him in half. That would give points. Like there was all kinds of different gruesome ways that were different.
I was talking about doing that in Destiny.
Yeah, you could do that in Bulletstorm though.
I know.
In 2011.
I know.
Like,
I was saying because you can't kick people's heads off in Destiny.
yeah, there was a lot of different. It was a very interesting shooter with shooter combo system thing. Um, and I've just been wanting it. I've just been wanting them to make it backwards compatible, so I could play it again. But if they want to make a remaster of it, I'd be fine with that because it was really was fun and different. A lot, there was the humor was very juvenile,
Mm-hmm.
like very very juvenile.
From
But
what I remember and saw of that game, yes.
I could care less, you know. That kind of game, you don't want a serious game. I mean, the humor, the juvenile humor goes with it. I mean, like I said, I would grappling hook a dude, and then you would grappling hook him, and we'd split him in half. Like that, that's juvenile. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a fun, silly game that I would love to see more of, even if it's just remastered. And that wasn't uh Epic, but that was people can fly, or
People can
people who
fly.
can fly. Yeah,
Yeah.
who they were owned by Epic, but then they bought themselves out or something. I don't know. They separated something. They're no longer part of Epic though. They're working on something completely different though right now. So I don't know, but it's interesting that you know that happened. You can see like a list of, I guess, the stuff in this link. You can see a list of the different stuff, different folders around Bulletstorm Remastered. Nothing looks, nothing really seems that interesting. I mean, but Bulletstorm, I want more. So hopefully that comes out.
Okay.
But that's all I got. You got anything else?
Um, I don't think so. Nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah, I just saw it. I'm just looking at a new article. Platinum Games Scalebound supports co-op multiplayer from start to finish. So that's what I want.
Cool.
I guess that's it. Be sure to check out our site, thegeeksftw.com. There's links to our, YouTube, where you can watch us record this live each week. Um, Links to Facebook, Twitter, uh, Twitch, stuff like that. All of our articles. The show notes are, on our site. So, if you want to look at, the articles we're referencing, go ahead. There's also there's a link to all the E3 press conferences you can watch on IGN. They're all in one page, so
But we prefer you go over to Larry's channel and watch our reactions.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Do that if you want to, listen to our reactions live. I mean, if you just want to watch, because some people don't like to watch with other people talking over
True.
it, then we got the link there. And follow us on Twitter. Stuart is at Casual Terror, and I am at Geeky William. And I guess that's it for this week, and we'll see you next week.
All right. Well, you have to thank the studio audience for being so quiet during the show. Really, come on, give yourselves a round of applause. Bye.